cheating hearts and meddling kin. We talk it all, let healing begin.
Hello, good evening. My name is Monica Ngozi. Welcome to Monique's Chat Show. Today we're just gonna be continuing our discussion or chat on a divorce and everything around it. On this channel, we'll talk about different different areas about relationship, what affects it, um, divorce, what leads to divorce, and all those kind of things. If you go in my bio, you will read, more about what this channel is all about. So today, we're talking about growing apart. Growing apart is one of the things that are that can that affect a relationship so much, to the point that things can uh, spiral downhill if it's not resolved. But very long. I like to keep my videos short so that you know when you watch my videos you can actually absorb what I'm talking about and take the lesson or whatever useful information you get from it and actually remember it. I don't like bombarding my viewers. So today I'm just going to take unresolved conflicts. If we have enough time, I will take a routine change. If not, I will drop it on another video another day. So what are the things that some of the things that leads to unresolved conflicts? This is not to exhaust the list, but some of them are keeping secrets, infidelity, bearing grudges. So let me start with the keeping secrets. I mean, keeping secrets. This is, I know situations where these kind of things have led to bigger things. If you are married to someone or you're dating someone seriously, you care about that person, you can't then keep secrets from them. I mean, if you are keeping secret with someone from someone at the same time you're telling them you love them, I don't that it doesn't really, it's like you're lying by saying you love them. Because if you really love someone, why don't you trust them enough to tell them what you're getting up to? I mean, keeping secrets, like I mean, that there can be some deep family secrets that you wouldn't want to divulge so easily, especially if you're not married to the person or you're not sure if you're going to be married to the person or whatever. But I'm talking about that little things like, um say you acquire a property somewhere and you're hiding it from your wife or you're hiding it from your husband. You achieve something and you're hiding it. You get a raise in your pay. You're hiding it. You have anything, even shopping for your own clothes, and you're hiding it. You go places and you lie to your partner or your wife or your husband that you go to one place and you lie and say you went somewhere else. You're just hiding things, or you're doing an investment and you're hiding it from your partner. I mean, it could be the man or the woman who's doing this, you understand, or even both. These kind of things, when the other person eventually finds out, you know, it will get that person thinking. That person is going to be thinking, you know, why are you hiding this kind of a thing? There could be explainable reasons, you know, but I don't know if it's something you keep doing. I don't know how you can keep explaining that. I mean, there are some cases where, you know, your partner, whether it's the man or the woman, your, you know, maybe just your partner, you know, they like, you know, they don't know how to save, and the moment they hear there's any kind of income coming in, they already found something to spend it on. Or you have a partner who have a problem with gambling uncontrollably. Those kind of situations, I understand. If you know, it can be understandable, because it's not about me really. I'm just talking about us as human beings. So it can be understandable, because you don't want, I mean, maybe income that could have been used within the family or within the two of you, or you want to use it to do something for yourself as a person, and they find out about it, and then now you find a reason to, maybe they say, you know, lend me, I will borrow it, I'll bring it, I'll give you back, and they never pay you back. Or those kind of situations is understandable if, you know, one person in that relationship has a habit of just spending every penny without being strategic about it, without thinking about what they, you know, prioritizing things or thinking about savings. But I'm talking a situation where, you know, every single thing is being hidden. You know, you acquire a piece of land, you acquire a property, and you're hiding these things. You know, it's even worse when maybe your friends know about it, or your sisters know about it, but your wife doesn't know about it. Your partner doesn't know about it, or your husband doesn't know about it. And you know, all these kind of things make someone, it would make someone begin to wonder, you know, does he actually love me, does she actually love me? If they do, why are they hiding all these things? You know, or you're kind of, so these these keeping secrets about things that really should be discussed together if you call yourself a couple. um when someone finds out, it makes the person really begin to rethink things, and maybe they might want to confront you and you talk about it. But if you don't have a good explanation as per why you're keeping such things a secret, then that other person, whether it's the male or the woman, depending on who started keeping the secret, it can make, you know, for a woman, it can make the woman start thinking, does he really trust me? You know, what's his plan for me? Are we actually working together? Even the man, I mean, we're all human beings, isn't it? It will make you really think. Another thing I want to talk about is infidelity. Infidelity cause is a very big one. It can make that can make a couple grow apart. I mean, as a Christian, you will say, you know, forgive. Even if you're not a Christian, you know, you can decide to forgive someone, you know. But um I don't know how anyone can explain this kind of behavior, being unfaithful, whether it's the woman who is unfaithful or the man who is unfaithful. I mean, if you are with someone and you trust them, because infidelity is a deep, is offensive in various levels, you know. If you think about, if you think about uh love making, and think about it carefully, is not just a physical thing, you know. It starts, or yes, you know, the romance, the start of it starts from you know, sensory touch, uh and then the biological aspect of it comes in, where you know the blood flow, the brain is sends message to the nerves, and the nerves, you know, sends message to the sends message to the right part of the body for that, and the blood flows into there. You know, there's if you watch my previous videos, I spoke about in a bit more detail about, you know, how this whole thing happens for the men, um and even for the woman, you know, there are roles in and all of that. So that is the biological aspect of it, and then it goes into um the level where when the love making is actually happening, you know, you go from the physical to the spiritual, like you know, when you it goes to another level. So this is a journey that two people make together. And for a man, for example, the woman that they call a man calls his own, her body, her private part is like a sacred place for is his own territory. And then you go and be unfaithful, eh, that is a major reason to grow apart, to even break apart, you know, because the levels is not just, like I said, it's not just a physical friction, this and that, it's on a different level. So that's a journey. You journey from the body to the soul, to your spirit, and then you come back to the physical. You go for some, you're doing that with someone, that, you know, there must be a high level of trust, there must be a high level of trust and care, belief. And when you go and be unfaithful, you break that, the person that you've cheated on, you know, the person that you've offended. If you're a man who have been unfaithful, you break that woman on different level. If you're a woman who is on, who went and, you know, indulged in infidelity, you break that man on a different level. The pain is not something you can describe, you know. So is basically is break of trust, is betrayal on different levels, and is difficult to come back from, if at all you're able to you know, recover from that. It's never really gonna be the same. So that's a big factor that can cause a couple to grow apart, whether it's a long time relationship, you're in a serious relationship, or it's a marriage. That is a very major factor that can cause um, couples to just grow apart. And you know, the next one is bearing grudges. Who's not guilty? Raise your hand. Bearing grudges. I mean, if you're if a person is upset, whether it's the man who is upset or the woman who is upset about something that your partner has done, or your husband or your wife has done, I mean, you have the right to be upset, but it becomes dangerous when you're now bearing grudges. You just refuse to drop it, or you didn't even discuss what it is that has offended you with your partner. You didn't discuss it, you just keep quiet and expect them to know. Yeah, you know, yes, they are with you, they know you, but people don't always read each other's mind, no matter how long you've been together. Sometimes it is more, shall I say, all the time, is best to talk about it, discuss it, bring it up and discuss it. But if you bring it up and then your partner doesn't want to admit what he or she has done, or um they don't want to apologize, they just kind of expect you, just wave it off and expect you to just let it go, then would I don't know if I'll still blame the person that would bear it in their mind, because if it's not properly resolved, it can lead to other things that I will be discussing in different videos, not on this occasion. Like I said, I don't want this video to be too long, but yeah, bearing grudges is not a good thing in a relationship. It's best to bring it up, whatever it is. They may have offended your partner, may have offended you. Your husband, your wife may have offended you, or your long-time girlfriend or boyfriend. Speak about whatever it is. Don't expect someone to just automatically know that they've offended you. Sometimes you've been together long enough for them to know, but still talk about it. It could be that even you have done something and that they've done something else to kind of score a point and upset you as well. It's best to talk about it, and when you finish talking about it, let it go. Don't just feel like, oh, I'm still not. No, just once it's discussed, apologies happens or explanation happens, as an understanding, let it go and just move on. Because when you start bearing grudges and start keeping things in your mind, or start pocketing, putting things in different chambers. Oh, the other day he did this and the other day he did that, and now you've done this again. And you know those are the things that causes cracks in a relationship, and things people can grow apart. Another thing I want to, another factor that I want to talk about, I spoke about not paying attention to little things. I say not paying attention to little things. It's little things like, emotional things. It could be just little things like just picking your husband's your his hair or her hair, just little things that you do to um make each other feel relaxed. It doesn't really always have to be the bedroom dance. It could be just little things like cleaning the nails of each other, or of whatever it is that one person usually does for the other. And these things are emotionally satisfying. Everything is not really about just throwing money, and providing. So, what's your problem? It's not always about throwing money and just feel like, oh, you should be okay. I'll bring in the bag. You're working as well. No, there are, just all those little emotional things. It could be just, sit down and have a chat, or one person is cooking in the kitchen and the other just hangs about, and they have a chat and have a laugh while they're cooking, or all those little things that looks like they're not such a big deal. When they are not being paid attention to, it can just cause some deep negative feelings. And maybe you've talked about it, you keep on talking about it, and the other person is not responding. And this is not particularized to the man or the woman. It could be both doing it, or it could be either, not both. It could be either the man or the woman doing it, whoever is doing it, and the other person is complaining. At some point, you can just stop talking about it, because you don't want to be called a nag. but it will cause a change in behavior. That those little things that I know of a situation where this lady always pampers her partner, uh, maybe at least once a week whenever she has time. But um, when she wants to be pampered, the man is never uh, ready. You know, it's always, oh, I'm tired. Oh, I'm tired. I'm tired. Just spending that few minutes once in a while. It's not like the lady wasn't even asking for it to be done every day, like once a week, twice a month. Every time he's like, oh, I'm tired. But when she wants to pamper him, you know, clean his nails, massage his feet, he's always ready to receive, but he's never ready to give. Um, at some point, that lady stopped, but she wasn't ready to explain why she stopped doing all those little things for the man. She just stopped, you know. We're all human beings, just as a man wants to be pampered, a woman wants to be pampered as well. And pampering doesn't have to be something heavy. As I said, it can be all these little things, you know. Press the pimples on the face, help to clean her face, or his, massage his feet, you know, those kind of things. Or just having a chat, like I said, those things matter. You know, as you're doing it, it doesn't look like a big deal, but it does matter. So I call it not paying attention to little things that can also, when it continues, that can cause a change in behavior, which may not be explained. And then people can grow apart from there as well. Because what you're going to notice, oh, she's changed, or he has changed. He's no longer like before. But why? Have you wondered why? Have you looked back to see if there's anything that you used to do better, but you're doing it differently now, or you're not even doing it at all? You know. Uh, then another, yeah, I think this is it. Just things like just being emotionally absent. You know, your girl will dress up. You don't. You don't compliment her. You don't compliment her, but when you go to the office you compliment other ladies. But your own woman will dress up, you don't compliment her. Your guy will dress up, you don't compliment him. You know, men, we look at them as less emotional and all that, yes, but they also enjoy compliments. You know, they are human beings. As at the end of the day, we are all human beings, you know. So all those little things, when they're getting the compliment from elsewhere but never from you, not very nice. That's what I can say. So all of these things are mentioned combined, like, you know, infidelity, keeping secrets, bearing grudges, repeated disrespect, you know. And oh, I don't think I've spoken about it. I mean, repeated disrespect, when you have no respect for your partner. It could be the woman who doesn't have respect for her man, you know, like you just do your thing as if it doesn't matter. You don't even, you can disagree with his opinion, but still hear him out. And if you're going to disagree, you know, explain why politely. Don't just maybe because whatever, you're earning more, or you come from a family that is higher than his, and you have timber and caliber in your family, and he probably doesn't have many, and you just feel like you can stomp all over him, and just no respect. He'll tell you, you know, something, and you just bluntly not listen or not even negotiate. You just want to have your way, and that's it. those things cause people to grow apart, or yeah, on the part of a man, you know, you just feel like, oh, maybe you are the one providing, or you feel like, oh, I'm the man, I'm the head of the family, whatever I say goes, you know, you don't want to hear from her. Or she will make a request, not a request, not necessarily a request for money, but a request for maybe for you to be home for one day or two, just to be around. And you don't respect her feelings, you know, you have a reason why you're not going to do it, and every time you have a reason, no consideration for one another. That is disrespect as well. And I think infidelity goes into it as well. That is, I think that's the ultimate disrespect for your couple, you know, for your partner, or your, you know, whether it's husband or wife, who, you know, whoever the offender is. That's a height of disrespect, you know. So all of those things, at the end of the day, it gets to a point where there will be breakdown in communication, you know. You talk to a point and you feel like, no, this is not working, and you just keep quiet, and your partner is no longer talking. Your partner who used to tell you her mind stops telling you her mind. She stops, you say, she stops nagging, you know. Sometimes when guys want to shut you up, they will say, oh, you know, you're nagging. And no woman likes to be told that she's nagging, you know. And but when she stops talking, I think you should start thinking, you should start checking what's happening. Don't relax and say, oh yeah, okay, good, oh my god, phew, let me have peace, at least she's no longer nagging. No, if she's not, you're still doing those things that she doesn't like, and but she's no longer complaining, then she's something is not good. If it's a relationship you still want, draw her close and talk to her, find out what the problem is. Otherwise, that is the point where a woman begins to check out of a relationship, if it's not rescued at that point. And if it's, yeah, so that this is all I have to tell you today. I will be back in a few days to discuss the next topic, which is change, routine change. That's another big factor, but we'll talk about it in my next video. For now, thank you so much for listening. Thank you for visiting Monique's chat room. I will talk to you in a few days. Bye-bye.
Real life, real talk at your pace. Monique's Room, your safe space. Real life, real talk at your pace. Monique's Room, your safe space. Real life, real talk at your pace.